Hello again. I am doing the hallway, the bathroom that has the sand pails, and the craft room. But you probably won't see this video until tomorrow. So I'm going to turn the camera around and get started. There's the boo sign that John made years ago. And I know you can't see it good. The hallway is narrow. That's another big applique pumpkin print. And here's the gate at the bottom of the steps. And some cute Halloween pieces down at the bottom. And the witch's broom. And the printer's case. And a couple more cute signs. I love that Wheel of Fortune. Right here before we go in the bathroom, that's another one of those prints that we got at Merrifield years ago. And look at the detail on this antique frame that John put it in. I think it's just gorgeous. Okay, the bathroom's not going to take long because y'all know how small this bathroom is. But it has to be decorated for every season too. We'll start right over here. I love that moon sign. And just a few Halloween pieces up there. Painted that little bunny with the pumpkin years ago. There's that Halloween soap that we got at TJ Maxx Home Goods. I made these two little prints years ago. And I think that came from Dollar Tree. And I've had these towels for years. When I have something, I like it and I don't use them every day, so they last. And another cute one. And these little pieces I made years ago out of antique quilts and coverlets. And right here is that little old thing of soap that we got recently. And that's a cat's meow. Got this beautiful piece on eBay years ago, hand painted. And this piece here is done by the lady that does the gorgeous cats. And there's the pumpkin lady. Nothing Halloween up there. And in the springtime, we will do a video on the sand pails and where some of them come from. Some of them are from England, some are from Germany. There's the vintage ship print we got. That may have been last year. And that's another hand-painted piece. And that wonderful Ferris wheel, Jim Shore, and lots more sand pails. Love that. And then here is a witch doll that came from a yard sale years ago with her cat. I think that is just super cute. And on the door, I did this cross stitch piece years ago. My eyes aren't good enough and my fingers don't work good enough to do cross stitch anymore. And I used to love to do it. But that's just one of those things I can't do anymore. And a little Halloween bucket hanging right there. Let me see if I can go over here I don't think it's got battery. It doesn't have batteries in it. I was going to turn my Halloween picture on, but I forgot to put batteries in it. That's that great light up picture. Of course, it looks lit up on account of the way the eyes are in the candles. But that came from Kirkland's. And down here, the spice drawers. That ceramic skeleton came from a yard sale last year. There's one of the bobbins. John's orange truck with a little cat plate in it. I'll give you a whole look and then we'll go closer. You can see the piece that Dusty sent us, the cat in the moon. I just love that, and it shows up so good there. And to cover all the different color, non-Halloween colors, ribbons that was under there, that's a tablecloth I used to cover it, and some spooky hands. This truck is one John got at a yard sale last year, I believe, sitting on some of the old books. And here is that wonderful book that had all the different seasons, stories for all seasons, and it did have a Halloween story in it. Little black cat shivered as the wind whistled through the trees. Baby boy has never liked wind. And I just added some Halloween touches. There's that other wonderful cat with the mouse that was gifted to us. Just love it. I think it is absolutely adorable. From Theo, one of my subscribers. And there's the cat with the moon. I left the genie watering can up there. And I put a witch in that basket. And this bottle is one I made. I set him on one of those bobbins we got recently. More of the little bottles I made. And there's that architectural piece we got a while back. I just thought that was perfect. And these little pewter looking cups, those came from a yard sale. And I love this one. It's Halloween night. The moon is bright. The witches take flight. Oh, what a fright. And I hung some keys on that handle. And I had some spooky hands. And I just put that spooky piece down in my crown. I love the mirrors in the back of the cubby holes. And I think this is adorable. It's meant to be a placemat, but it's no way I would let me and John eat on it. And there are the Halloween bottle and the horn. And this adorable smiling cat doll that came from a yard sale. There's that little silver cup that came from a yard sale. Those little pieces, I just think they're adorable. They were from Walmart several years ago. Didn't do a lot here, just a couple little hands. And the little garland with the bones on it. I did get that little tree decorated, and I'll show you in a minute. I just set those Halloween prints that we got. I actually bought those to put something in them, maybe cards later, because the print that's in them is kind of messed up. But I didn't have time to do it this year. And there's one of the baskets we got recently with more of those old bobbins we got. And that piece under it, that gorgeous piece with the orange, that's a tree skirt that Janet got us. And there's the witch's broom. There's the precious little pumpkin bear that Joanne sent us. Had this little tree for a long time too. and just hung some beads up there. And up there are a lot of the old vintage and antique photos, and I just made them into witchy photos. Have some Halloween plates in the front of this jelly cupboard. And I love these dolls. They came from Home Goods years ago. Well, Home Goods, TJ Maxx. It may have been just when it was TJ Maxx before Home Goods took part of it. And I love this table runner right here. And I just put a skeleton on that milk glass bottle. And I used some more of those beautiful bobbins we got. I love the colors of them. And there's the smiley cat that Karen sent us. Just think he is adorable. And that's that Willie Ray cat that we got in its box at that yard sale so cheap. And this plate I've had for years. And that's a vintage hanky with tatted edging. And that old coffee pot I thought was perfect for Halloween. And I put a Halloween hat on her. And she has her owl pendant. And there is a vintage pumpkin pin and some more jewelry that was fall colors on an old beautiful hanky. Another gorgeous hanky, and those are vintage moon earrings. And I just put some of the amber vintage bottles in there. And I just set that Billy Jacobs print in the window. I did get this Halloween tree decorated, and there's the witch flying above it. Has some adorable ornaments on it. They're so cute. They came from a yard sale. And that little frilly thing, that came from Dollar Tree. That's meant to, I think, to go in the hair or something. But this tree's perfect for fall. And this applique mat came from a yard sale. And there's a lot of our children's pieces. There's the bottles that Theo sent us. I just love them. And those witches' feet, I believe they came from Target. There's the cat that Janet brought us recently. And I just have some old hat pins sitting on top of the candle stand. And back there is another wonderful toll tray. I didn't do anything Halloween in here other than put 2 plates. And I did put that brass duck right there that we got recently. Nothing Halloween up there. As usual, this is what I call organized chaos. It's halfway straight, and that doesn't happen too often. And of course, you get to see my beautiful mama and my grandma, or granny as she was known. Lots of our vintage bottles are right there. And those 2 signs came from A.C. Moore years ago. That beautiful shelf was a yard sale find. And there's my little Paris cabinet. And I think this was a watchmaker's drawers, tool drawers. But that's a wonderful piece. We love it. And that's my little Paris tree. My lights are growing dim because the batteries are going. I did that little thing years ago, the little owl. I didn't get out the Wizard of Oz things this year, but they stay there all the time. Love that sign. And that cat is vintage. And just some various little Halloween pieces back there. That witch is vintage. The pumpkin with the hat on it, that's vintage. That's a vintage mask right there. And I love that placemat. Halloween cards. Vintage seed packets. And that's a vintage card. Another one of those placemats in that chair. And up there, a Halloween bottle and that early Johanna Parker piece. I'll show you this center part. Here is that wonderful quilt that came from a yard sale years ago. This mat was a yard sale find. The witch jar was. This little cabinet was. And I have those little figures that came from Michael's in the miniature section. And the skull. And some more amber bottles. And these are just some supplies. And the little coffin I made. And those we got at a yard sale. This spool cabinet here did not come from a yard sale. But it's a wonderful piece. And you know, we have one upstairs that I keep my jewelry in. So this is all. Oh, I forgot to show you the hat on the lamp over there. But this is all of my craft room. So I hope you enjoyed seeing it. I'm enjoying it, even though I don't have everything out that I normally would. But I'm still enjoying it. So love and blessings to everyone. Have a wonderful rest of the week. This is Monday, so take time this week to do something for yourself. Do something that you enjoy, even if it's only for 5 minutes. So love and blessings to y'all from me and John and baby boy. Till the next time, bye-bye.